Good day, Methodist Dave, your professional theologian and Bible teacher, with our daily devotional for Wednesday, February 25th. We are at the 25th chapter of the book of Proverbs, and we are going to be reading verse 3. As the heaven is high and the earth is deep, so the hearts of kings are unsearchable. You can look at a person sometimes and pretty much read them. This is their personality, this is their type, and figure for yourself what kind of a person they are, how you're going to expect them to act, and things like that. And then we make that assumption, and this is why they do this. But the fact of the matter is that you don't know why it is that they do that. See, because there's something that they are carrying inside their heart, something that happened to them early in their life that has made them into that person that they are now. There's an expression, hurt people hurt people. And people who have been abused tend to become abusers. People who have been traumatized tend to traumatize other people. And people who have been victimized, so sometimes will victimize other people, or will sometimes perpetuate that victimization upon themselves, that they'll be attracted to the people who abuse them. Victims of abuse will be attracted to people who are abusive. And they'll get out of one abusive relationship and fall into another, because this is what they've learned in their life is normal. And this is what should be expected. And they're unwilling or unable, because of their trauma, to change that thing. You see a person who acts the way they do, and sometimes you don't understand. And that's the problem. You don't understand. There's something there that causes them to act this way. And it reminds me of an alternate source for the Godfather story. In the film The Godfather, Don Vito has a soldier who works for him, the vicious and fearful Luca Brasi. Everyone is terrified of Luca. And Luca is afraid of no one except Don Vito Corleone. And in one of the canon auxiliary sources, it tells us that many years before, Vito had met Brasi, just wanted to meet him, and Brasi was impressed that he didn't scare Corleone. Vito just didn't seem intimidated by him. And Vito learned something about Luca Brasi, that when he was a child, he did something terrible. And he carried that trauma his entire life that made him into the monster he was. This trauma that he experienced as a child made him the vicious monster that he became. And Vito knew about that and let Brasi know that he knew about that, but that his secret would be safe. And he says, even though you did that, I admire you for doing what you did. And even knowing the whole story, the whole backstory, Vito still tells Brasi, I admire, even though knowing the whole story, you did the right thing. And this impresses Brasi to the point where that Corleone is the only person that Brasi defers to. If there is anyone on earth that can tell him what he has to do something, it's Don Vito. Because Vito took the time to find out what that trauma was that made Brasi into the person that he was. So when you see somebody who is, can be a handful, be careful, because they might have suffered something that made them into that handful. And perhaps if you took the time to find out, to learn more about them, you could help them break that cycle. None of us are trapped in our traumas forever. We're not doomed. We're not destined to be the people that life has made us. There is the possibility of us soaring above these low points, of rising above the ashes and rebuilding ourselves and becoming a better person. So just remember, just because you see somebody doesn't mean you understand why they are the way they are. They're unsearchable. If you've got a question about this or any other subject, drop me an email, methodistdave@gmail.com. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. And until tomorrow, please be good to each other.